Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I'm Todd Puckett.
And this is Don's Used Photo Equipment. Right here in front of, say it with us,
the
Great Wall of Film. I had to do it. I had to. Just enough pause to throw him off.
Sure.
Totally. So guys, thank you very much for all the views from the last video. Who would have thought that Kodak increasing pricings would have?
It's popular.
It would have been very popular with everybody. We don't like it. It doesn't like to do it, but
they did raise the prices on the popular film, but lowered the prices on some of the.
Yeah, didn't they say was it this one?
Yes.
And what did they do here?
They did about a 30%, huge drop.
Kodak Gold 120, a price drop. And you actually called to have to double check it, right?
Yes,
you're like, am I crazy? Did I see the wrong thing?
I don't know. I was selling this for like $54.95 and not making much money off of it, because I paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, boom! And now I'm selling this for what does that say down there? I can't see.
$38.95.
$38.95, and that's below what I paid for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I am selling film at a loss. And I've actually, as soon as I wrote that, it's like somebody came in and got one or two Pro Packs. Somebody else came in and got a couple of Pro Packs.
Sure.
People have been getting Pro Packs.
I mean, it's got, yes, it does have 2024 dating on it, but it's got like 9 months on it. I tell you what,
it's good for 2 years after that.
I'm still shooting the Kodak NC 220 400, that you gave me.
Yeah.
Those colors are beautiful.
That you bought from me.
Everybody's
going to say, well, why don't you give me film?
I bought it here,
Yes.
and it's all in who you know. He knows me, I know him.
Well, yeah, I found it just, it was
lucky.
lucky.
And he knew it had my
I
name
found it
written
just
all
before
over
I knew he was coming over, so I just held it for him.
And I tell you what, those colors are beautiful. Now, but mind you, it almost as good as this fresh Kodak Gold colors.
I love it because to me, that had deeper, richer colors with it. I just kind of love the mature look of the colors.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's the NC, which is the natural color that I got, but I do love the vivid color. So I mean, to get more colors that pop, I would definitely go with this gold right now.
Absolutely,
it's a really good film.
Yeah. So good. That was the one. Now, I read through the articles a little bit more, and front to
back, back to front,
top to bottom,
because
there wasn't a book.
But he said bottom.
Scrolled up, and. It did say that as far as I could tell, some of these prices are temporary on the deductions. So buy it.
Oh yeah. So if you can, buy your Kodak Gold now. Because he could change his mind.
Not me. Kodak could change their mind. And I mean, it's literally all over the map with them right now.
Oh yeah.
So it's just. But from whenever I got down to the last few paragraphs, the Kodak rep was saying, yes, these prices are a temporary change in the downward direction, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, that's what, yeah. Everybody's thinking it's a permanent. No, it may not be.
Listen, prices, they fluctuate, but I guarantee going back down is temporary. Going up, that's a permanent thing.
That's permanent. And so if you want to shoot Gold 120, buy it now.
Yeah. Well, but that's unfortunately not what we're here to talk about today.
Well, that's a darn good topic.
It's a good way to start, certainly.
Absolutely.
But that's not the title of this video, you said.
Oh, I don't know.
That's not what you titled this video. You said the title of this video is...
The end is near.
The end is nigh. The end is yonder. The end is...
Near.
Is it... How many fortnights away are we?
Well... Carry the one.
I know. The end is near for what?
Don's Used Photo Equipment being at this location.
At this location. The end is near for this store because things aren't just not cracking up the way they should be.
Well, I mean, when somebody buys it and they want you out, then out you go.
and raising the price and deciding they want to do something different and all that kind of good stuff. So it is what it is.
It's the golden rule. They have the gold and they rule.
That is true.
Yeah.
My daughters hated when I said that when they were younger. The golden rule. So as you and I have been saying, you look.
What does that
he doesn't get enough credit for this, but I'm going to give him some credit now. Okay. This place is getting leaner around here. you are bringing stuff out of the woodworks. It's that you
Oh,
are
man.
starting to uncover treasures. And the only way to truly see these treasures, guys, is to come in.
Come in.
Come in and see stuff.
I'm not selling these things online.
No, he does not sell things online. So
No.
everybody watching the videos from afar, sorry.
Sorry.
Or as we say in Canada, sorry.
Sorry.
But you have to come into the store because you're going to be here until
The end of April.
the end of
Maybe
April.
sooner. Who knows? We'll see.
Depending on
How quick I get this stuff out of here.
Right. I mean, stuff has to be, I mean, he's got to pack and move, and he would rather not move it. He would rather sell it.
I'd rather sell it. Yeah.
To
yeah.
you guys. He would
you.
like to sell it to you guys.
Yeah. So good news for you. That means that some of the things that I have in this store, not the film,
Right.
and not the not the bulk, not the core,
Yeah.
but a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, film is not going on sale. Paper is not going on sale. Chemistry or chemicals, not going on sale. We can talk about that one later. That stack of Holgas over there, beautiful stack of Holgas,
Yeah,
not
no,
on sale.
no.
However, there is a lot of other stuff floating around the
Yes.
store that looks like it was created 20, 30, 40 years ago, might be on sale.
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not realize that I had actually had working slide projectors, but I have found
Working ones.
6 of them since I started cleaning out in that area back in the corner, in which I was hoping to have already cleared by now, but there was so much stuff.
Slide
back there.
projectors are in now, guys. I still
Oh my
think we
gosh.
need to have the slide projector party
Yes.
at Don's used photo.
I talked to a person who does repairs on them, and they say they charge $250 to fix a slide projector.
Wow. And
Now-
how much is one from you that
Well,
works?
175.
Ooh, there's
Yeah,
a bargain.
That's a bargain.
You save $25.
Yeah, and usually, now I'd heard that it was 125 before, and I don't know if they just went up on their price.
Right.
But yeah, anywhere from, it's like 125 to 250 to fix a broken slide projector, and people are getting them fixed because people are still using them. I even talked to a customer, and I know it's hard to believe I got them around here. But
I
had a
saw you had
customer-
one or two customers, and they brought in their models with them, and I was
Well,
like,
yeah,
why
they
did you do this to us?
Yeah.
So
It was fun.
yeah,
Don't discourage them from that. But I did okay, one thing when a guy came in, he says, I send my slide film off to a certain location, and he told me, I forgot.
okay.
But he said, I send it there because they send it back to me in
Mounted. Mounted slides.
Mounted slides. I want
Is
my
it
slides.
Dwayne's? I think Dwayne's might
Dwayne's
do
does it, and I
Dwayne's
think
does.
Harmon's may do it too.
Okay, so you can still get them mounted,
Mounted.
which means they're going to
And
take
it's
your...
not that big of. It was like $3 or $4 extra to get it done.
Right, so
For
they're
the
going
whole
to take your
row.
film, they're going to cut it in individuals, they're going to put it in the little white mountings.
Yeah,
Instant slides.
it's a slides, and it's easier to store and.
Well, I don't know
yeah.
about easier to store. I mean, the slides do take up more room.
Well, yeah,
But you have
Not
to have
really.
to have them in the mounts to put them in a slide projector.
yes.
So, you know,
So
that's one of the hardest steps nowadays is how are you going to get your film in a slide?
There are people that still do that, and that's really cool. And I do have some slide mounts around here, but they're not interested in that. They want the photo lab to do
They
it.
want the all pretty
The
photo
all service
white.
photo lab.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody around here does it.
No, probably not. But and as a matter of fact, I thought I was looking for like one of those machines because I was curious what
Oh
it
my
would
gosh,
cost.
yeah.
They're very rare out there in the world. I'm sure
Yeah.
there are some, but they're rare.
Yeah, I had one 15, 20 years ago. Big old thing.
And he didn't save it for me.
No, I
He
didn't.
knew I was going to
You
want this.
put the stack up, and then you run the film through it, and it goes click, boop, out the other end.
Right.
And it's just a whole machine.
Well, because the labs had these, and
Yeah.
they wanted to crank this stuff out.
Yeah, this is about 10. Well, this was around 2005 to 8
Yeah.
time frame. So about 15 years ago, 15, 20.
What
It's
year
a
is
really
it again?
cool.
I forget.
It's 2024. Yeah.
Don't tell anybody. We're from the future, actually.
That's why I have to stop and think. But it's just really cool what's going on with that. And it's like, I wish, I mean, again, that's one of the things that could have been stuck in here. But I actually, this was before everything started piling up.
Right.
And I sold it. And somebody got it, and they loved it, and they were happy with it.
I think, and if I may,
Mm-hmm.
as a matter of fact, I just now saw that. Is that like a 3x4 folder right there at the field camera? How did I pass that? Right there on the stack of tripods. I mean,
It's well, you know what? It looks like it is more like for a tin type or something. It's just really weird.
You know, guys, listen. I think the store is ripe for browsing because you've opened. I know he's gonna hate to say this, but I think it's.
No.
He's got a shelf of cameras that he wouldn't normally sell. They're out there. It says, "Don't touch them. Touch them. Just don't."
Well, those things. Okay, those are the props cameras.
I know, but they now
Well,
can be sold.
yeah, because they're up for sale now,
They're up for
because they're great conversation pieces.
They're shelf cameras.
Yeah, and exactly. And I have actually found other things that are from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, mainly anyway,
Right.
that are still boxed that look gorgeous, but pretty much practically useless.
Well, yeah,
but they look great.
Yeah, the old Bellows cameras,
those are still
the big box cameras like the 616s and things
still
like that. It's really
those,
hard.
yeah.
You can't get film for them anymore.
Well, a lot of people are modifying it.
or if you modify them.
Modify it, because those things, pocket vest, medium format cameras. And in the days that these things were made, people could wear a vest and they had deep pockets, and you stick that thing in there.
Deep pockets? Just
Deep
really
pockets.
Deep pockets?
No, really, strangely enough, probably the poorer you are, the deeper the pocket. Put more things in because you had to carry more things. That's where they get the, you see the old drawings.
I
in
thought
the
you
old
had
books.
deep pockets meant you were rich.
No. Just means you literally had deep, literal pockets. And then you see, as I always remember seeing a picture of a kid, like a young kid, reaching down in his pants and pulling a frog out, like a painting.
Okay.
And it's because you had the pockets almost went down to the knees. And I actually wore a pair of pants because I was in a documentary. I wasn't the subject. I was just.
They were documenting him.
I was in the crowd, and it was like anyway, and I got to wear pants from that time period.
Okay.
That I think I want to say around the 20s.
Did they itch?
No,
Okay.
they didn't. But man, their pockets went down almost all the way to the knee in that thing, and that was an original pants and pockets.
Okay.
It was fun. It was fun, and I love it. But anyway, you could put these things in pockets.
All right. But back to the doom and gloom.
Oh,
The store.
sorry.
What else can we talk about the store here? So
The store here,
the store, which
store.
you've been here for 25 years at this
ish,
location?
yeah, since 90.
I mean, you haven't been here since the start.
No.
So-
We were on on Graham Avenue. Yeah, 1106 Graham Avenue, which strangely enough was where Novatron used to be. At one point in the 70s, Novatron was there.
Okay.
And so my dad worked there in that same place building Novatron packs.
Okay.
And I've got some Novatron kits up here for sale, and they are really good. And they're great, and they're cheap prices. Great way to get started into lighting for film cameras, not digital. And then we were there for about just over a year, and
Okay.
moved here, I'm going to say in late 98, 99. And so we've been here ever since.
Dangerously close to 25
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So speaking of which, we have two great videos. One for this half of the store, and another for the other half, the unseen
Right,
half of the
right.
store. I'll probably put one of the links above his head, but I will put both links down in the description below.
Yeah.
So if you want to go check those videos out to be able to see more of the store and the hidden part of the store and the different
back
things.
when it was completely packed.
So there is still stuff here, and that's one of the things I would like to do is because I've been doing a little browsing today. And
Yeah,
I've
a
been
lot of
looking-
stuff. It's like, okay, this is a good way comparison to compare it. In Arkansas, there's that field that they go through and do search for diamonds.
Searching for diamonds. I've
And then
been there. Yeah.
Every now and then, they'll take a tractor through and plow it up.
Right. Because that kind, otherwise everybody's just the same dirt over and over again.
Yeah. And after a rain, and after, it's always good to go after it rains and after they've plowed.
Right.
Well, I've kind of plowed through here, and I have overturned a lot of dirt,
Oh.
and we
there,
found a lot
there
of
are
things
some diamonds here.
coming out in the rough. See how it works? See how that
I
analogy
see.
works?
We're going all the way back around. There are some diamonds, and as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with what. So if you want to grab that one over here, I'll grab this one over here. So
Oh, yeah.
I found this gem.
You don't remember that I'm pretty much blind, right? Okay. When you have to kind of say.
Yeah.
Right here.
All right,
Wait,
so
wait,
I
can't see you.
found both of these gems the last time I was in
wow.
here.
Yeah.
And this bag is a Billingham bag. It's really big, probably a little bit bigger than I need.
Billingham.
It definitely says Billingham on it, and it says Made in
Made
England.
in England.
And mind you, it's just hanging around. And,
Yes.
And right next to it, I found this lovely little bag, which looks very similar to this bag, but it's not a Billingham bag. Todd, what is this bag?
It is a Banana Republic,
This is a Banana Republic bag.
which you bought.
Made by.
So that's not for sale.
Made by.
Billingham.
Because we were looking at both of these bags, I'm like, this looks an awful lot like a Billingham bag.
Yeah.
And we did a little research online, found out that Billingham actually made this bag, I guess, for Banana Republic. And,
Yes.
and I like, it's a messenger size bag. I loved it. And one of the reasons I love it so much is because, remember my other bag, I have a Peak Design bag.
Yeah.
So one click and it's open. It's so convenient. Well, this takes away all the convenience because I have to undo the handle. I have to undo the flaps in the front. I have to unzip. And then I can get my cameras. Guys, I can't imagine doing any less than those 3 steps to get to your cameras. To get that shot really quickly, I have to get through 3 fasteners to now get my camera gear.
Well, actually, you don't have to zip it up. You can just do that.
You're right. I could. I can bypass the zipper.
Just hold this instead. You don't even have to. You don't even have to snap it. Just hold it. You can shortcut it.
But you know, these are really nice bags, though.
You have a Billingham bag at a Banana Republic price.
At a Banana Republic price.
Yeah,
and
so
even
that's
actually had a nice little back zipper section here, so I put my laptop in
Did your
here.
Peak have that?
Yes, it did.
It did? Okay.
It did. So I don't know how much older this bag is, but I think I've got like 4 or 5 cameras in here, which is almost as many as my Peak Design would hold as well.
Yeah,
So guys, this bag is still here. And so if you've ever wanted to have a Billingham bag, you should come in and say, Todd, where's that Billingham bag?
Where's the Billingham bag? And everybody goes,
so look,
what's
and
so big about
I don't
Billingham?
buy bags very often.
No.
And so you have to fall in love with a bag.
In between, the last time you bought a bag in that Peak Design bag, it was a long time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And since you bought that Peak, this is your first bag since then. And you've had that Peak for a while.
I have. Well, I had 2 Peak Design bags. So I had the original one, which I bought with the Kickstarter, and that was back in 2016, 17, something like that. I forget when it was.
Okay.
And then about 5 years later, I said, you know, I wanted one just like it, but a little smaller. But so you have the Billingham bag, and then so I'm picking around. I'm going to go into the store. And I'm like, you know,
I turned my back for a moment.
Todd's got all sorts of nice stuff just sitting around.
This is cool. Yeah, I love this
bag.
bag.
If you're a Nikon fan, and I am, and it's like, how could you not be attracted to a bright yellow and black bag?
Yeah.
I mean, this would be great for somebody's Nikon.
And a big old cool thing here, which has, you can actually rip, that's Velcroed on.
Oh, well, in case you're behind enemy lines in like a Canon event, you can take that off.
You can
and they
take
won't
that
notice.
off. Yeah. Now, what I did is, okay, I really started building up the stuff that I had around 2005 and 6 in time frame, 6 and 7. And I know that because I had an event next door, 2005, connected to my high school reunion. So 2005, there was a lot more.
That's how he dates himself.
Open. Well, just how I can remember events, just like what was going on. And so after 2005, it totally filled up. So that is just in the past 9 years. Not 19 years. Yeah. And I got really, over that time, there were a bunch of things closing down, people getting rid of a bunch of stuff.
Other stores and studios were closing
and people
down.
in general, because they were going to digital at the time.
Getting rid of darkrooms.
And I had an opportunity to pick up some really cool things. And I put those things in the back of the store because one day I knew that I would eventually be moving and that I would either want to do one of 2 things, because if I moved, it would have to be to a smaller space.
Yeah.
Because just so I can do that. And he's kind of blowing the cover on a lot of stuff. People don't understand. It's like I have a plan.
I would not do that.
And I have another plan and another plan beyond that, which I'd never tell people about.
I'm skipping one of his plans.
No, you're just skipping a few layers. But what I really kind of wanted to do at some point is that when I moved, take like a really small selective group of cool stuff and make that sort of the front of the next store. It's hard to get cool things like this.
It is. And I see them and I'm like, why
just
aren't
sell
we
it for
talking about
$5. Get it out of here.
No, I did not pay $5.
No.
This Nikon bag is more than $5.
Yeah.
I did not pay $5 for the Banana Republic bag.
No.
I paid $6. No, but still.
Well, you're right, because you'd include taxes. But the thing of it is that if I ever went to like a much smaller place, I wanted to have it like sort of all the cool stuff I was able to pick up over the time.
You wanted the cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop of it.
But you know, listen, this, yes, I picked this bag out, but you know, even over right there, I see it. There's another Nikon bag over there. There's probably a Canon bag somewhere. There's probably.
And a lot of times when you see something
there's
like
another Nikon bag. So I mean,
yeah,
you know,
which is why those are out there and that's back there. It's because I got so many.
But you can go and you can see these guys.
There's a lot of things.
And if you're a Nikon fan or a Canon fan, there's a good chance he's got a bag out there that would look really cool. And but you have to come in and do a little bit of browsing.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the only browsing I did.
Yeah, the high-end stuff like these, they're not going to be discounted because...
Well, no. Yeah. And we shouldn't expect them to be discounted. But as I was browsing around, I found this lovely little baby here. And now, of course, this is a Nikon FG. Now, mind you, most of the stuff I'm going to show, I kind of gravitated because it's Nikon and I know it. The Nikon FG was like the first Nikon that I bought. They're not very expensive cameras. I'm not putting a price on it for them, but they are actually good cameras.
They're very, very... intro and
it's a
friendly.
Very intro camera. I would put it right up there probably with the Pentax K1000. It has a 1000 top shutter speed.
Yeah.
But you know, I always found that I could kind of get around that with like an ND filter.
Yeah, it's kind of lightweight by
It's
comparison.
a small camera. It's nice.
Still made out of the metal though.
It is made out of metal. I think these are great little cameras. And, you know, I just happen to pick one up and say, oh, this is nice. And it still uses all the Nikon lenses.
Yeah.
All the...
AI, AIS.
AI,
and
lenses.
AFDs.
Right. Not any of the non-AI lenses. So this is the more modern lenses.
Just real quick, because you tell that by... see, this has a plastic thing here. The plastic
you don't
AI...
want to break the plastic.
Yeah, you don't want to break that, so you don't put non-AI on there. But yeah, that is cool.
And this particular one has that E-type 50mm pancake lens on it. I mean, that's a really nice little find.
Really nice lens. It is compact, and
this is as compact as you're going to get. If I was starting out SLR shooting with film, I would probably do this camera
gravitate
all over
to something
again.
like that.
Oh, this would be my first camera.
Yeah.
Because it is very simple and easy to use and light, and I love it.
They are really good. Because whenever you grab something like the K1000, it's like, by comparison, it's a lot heavier.
Right.
A lot.
Now this one's a little bit older.
Yeah.
So this is also a Nikon lens, but this is the 80 to 200mm lens. This is an older model. So I think this is a D version. So it doesn't really have the vibration stabilizer or anything like that, but it's definitely an older.
Yeah, it's
an
a
older
D version.
It's still autofocus, is it not?
Yeah, Nikon ED.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, it's autofocus, but you can switch it over to manual.
Right.
Which is what this has been switched over to, is manual.
Right.
And what is neat about this, also, well, the reason why it's also the early version is because it has a push-pull.
Yeah. Whereas if you do the twist on more modern ones, it will kind of extend the barrel. But this is
called the newer or the latest version.
Right.
You twist and you twist. It doesn't expand or contract. You just focus and zoom.
You just do the twist.
And that's called two-touch. So that's a two-touch. This is a push-pull. And that's the difference.
I mean, it's an older lens, but it works just as well.
When they do work.
And now once again, I'm not putting price on these things.
No.
But this should be cheaper than a more modern one.
It is definitely.
And if somebody's looking, it's like, you know what? I want to get my feet wet with the trifecta of lenses.
Yeah.
As I leave it. The cap there. So this is one.
Half the value dropped already.
I know. This is one of the 3 prime lenses that you want for wedding shooting, which is the.
It's a 24 to 70.
24 to 70. I have that one.
70 to 200.
I don't have a 70 to 200.
And the
wide angle one.
Yeah, the
14 to 24.
Well,
roughly,
or just a fixed 85 sometimes. But yeah, the 12 to 24.
I mean, for someone who's just starting out, that's probably a great lens to get right there.
And the reason why these things are so much less expensive is because when you break it, that's it. Nobody fixes it.
Nobody's going to fix
parts. You can't get anything, because just to tear that thing apart and put it back together, it's far more value.
Well, and you know what?
It's far more cost than the value.
It's a lot less plasticky as the more modern lenses too, because it was built like a tank. So it's going to be a heavier lens too. Yeah. So there's a little bit of kind of pushback on you as a photographer. Yeah, the other one I saw here also, it's a tilt. It's also Nikon. Sorry guys. I do love me a Holgas, but I love me some Nikons too. a Nikon tilt shift lens.
Yep.
These are great, and I just have
That's for perspective control.
Yeah, I know. So, and this, what is the thing on this? This a 28 millimeter. I mean, this thing is a beauty. Now, it's not, obviously it's not autofocus.
Because there's two different ones. There's a 28 and a 35.
It's not autofocus, but you can definitely change the perspective in here.
Yeah.
And do some tilt shift fun with it. Tilt shit. But you know, you get some really interesting shots with type lenses like these things.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
these are jewels to be found.
They are fun.
It's a lot of fun. Now, I'm almost done with show and tell here, but I also see you have a super clean, and this is a 105 AI lens.
And I've got a lot of those things that I've been finding as I go through things and pull them out. But I sell them.
Yeah, this is very clean and pretty, and this, you know, I have a Nikon F, not an F1. I have a Nikon F, and that's the type of lens that would look absolutely wonderful.
Man, I mean, the blue in this thing is, I mean, just I can see the reflection of the light in there.
It's very clean.
It is gorgeous, gorgeous. I could sit there and take a picture of the reflection in there and just get a beautiful picture off of that. But it's just fun.
It is great. It is a pretty lens. It looks like it has barely been used.
And this is what you put UV filters on these things
to protect the lens, and that UV filter's probably been on there forever.
And it's completely, there's tons of dust and dirt on it, and that's why this thing is so clean and beautiful.
It's so pretty.
It's because this little cheap UV filter keeps the lens
has been on there forever.
Keeps it clean. It's doing its job.
So the last little thing looking and finding is, now this isn't film related, guys. But
it's one of the few things not.
But you had it in the store, and it's this little Minox mini camera.
Minox.
Minox.
Yeah.
It's digital.
It's digital. I was the first store in the entire U.S. to carry the Minox digital camera.
Is that how you really pronounce it, Minox?
Minox.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I've been pronounced. It doesn't mean it's how it's pronounced.
No, Minox.
It's like
potato.
Mamia.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Anyway, I was at the Photo Marketing Association, PMA show, which they stopped doing.
Right.
It's been enveloped by the Consumer Electronics Show.
Okay.
So everything that used to be over,
which is going on right now.
Or just finished, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be finished by the time this comes out.
Yeah, true. And so if you wanted to see all things camera related, you go there now. Mm-hmm. But I was at the show, and it literally, back in the day, you go there and you walk up and down each aisle, and you could spend one day just walking up and down each aisle, and you have a map. And I walked up and down, and I made little circles and just sit there and...
Circles and arrow and a paragraph on the back of each one.
That's right. Arrows and diagrams. And there was a blind judge that saw it. The thing is that on the next to the last, or the last day.
Yeah.
The last day of the show, because I'd stay all 3 days that it was going on. And because every time you went through it, you saw something different. Those things were fun and amazing, and a thing of the past.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to the guy about these things. I went through and I looked at all their products, and I said, this is back when I had more money to spend on things. And I said, I want these in my store.
Yeah.
And he says, well, all we are here to do, technically, is to find a distributor. This right here, and so he had all their examples of everything.
Right.
And I looked at them and I said, these things are wonderful. They have a ton of features on them.
Yeah.
Ton of features. And they are...
I mean, because this takes pictures and
awesome.
video. Pictures and video. And this thing is at least, what, 20 years old, right?
It's 15. It's 6.2 megapixels.
15 to 20 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
This, I think, classifies as vintage digital.
Oh, yes, definitely. But the thing of it is it's much better than the ones that we sell for that.
Yeah.
This is like a totally grade above. And I'll tell you, a friend that my dad grew up with in good old Hooks, Texas, go Hornets. His friend later went on to be a nuclear physics.
It's pronounced nuclear.
Nuclear physics degree.
Okay.
And so this guy's, and he worked on a nuclear sub.
Okay.
And he was in town visiting. So this has been since our store's been here and since I got this.
Within a 25-year period.
Yeah, well, yeah. And he looked at this and I said, this is a great deal. And I told him about it and he bought it. Much, much later, he told my mom that this was
He told on you?
Yeah. This was an amazing camera. Now this is a guy who loves gadgets. He and my dad used to buy a car, fix it up, and sell it. So he's mechanical.
Sure.
And he goes, this thing has a lot of features on it that I didn't realize. And he only understood it whenever he started really playing with it. And 2.5-inch monitor. This was way ahead of its time.
Oh yeah. It's a big monitor on the back of this.
So I sold many of these things, and I was talking to the guy, and he goes, "No, I need a dealer." And I said, "You came here. You have expenses in flying over and setting this up and getting all this." I said, "Why don't you let me buy some of these things? I will write you a check right now. You take it and you wait. You deposit it. You wait as long as you want before you find out that you're comfortable enough with it.
All right.
Then send them over to me." And he did.
And the rest was history.
I was the first person in the entire U.S. to do this, because this is right after they decoupled from Leica, because Leica was their distributor.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they were out there looking for it.
I've heard of Leica.
Yeah.
Don't they sell film cameras, though?
They used to.
Okay.
They're all digital now.
No, not all of them.
Yeah, sorry. This is cracking me up. But it was fun. So I was able to buy like $5,000 worth of these things. And I wrote a check out to him, handed it to him, and he took it. And then after a while, a package showed up, and here they were. And I was the first store in the entire U.S. to carry them. And these are great. And so I still have a few of them that somehow got separated and then got covered up.
Separated at birth.
And then as I'm going through everything, I find things like this.
Okay.
And it's fun. They're still great cameras. Now I just got to figure out a price, because you can't find them anywhere.
No, you can't.
Google all you want. You can find stat information on it, but these things are like.
But this is almost a complete unit right here.
Oh, that is a complete unit.
Other than you need a memory card for it.
Yeah.
And of course.
It didn't come with a memory card.
Right. And so the question is, it's an old battery too. You have to keep that in consideration. But otherwise, I mean, we already powered this on and we took some pictures.
Took pictures. Yeah. And let's see here. Power.
Oh, it still has power.
It's still working. Power.
Monitor's working. I took a couple of pictures of Todd.
Now, how did you? No, you can go.
I kicked it all the way over.
Go to play. No,
There's your picture, right there.
That's a picture you took of me, right there.
A picture of him, like you guys are looking right now at him.
Yeah, and then how did you? How did you?
I'm not telling you.
There you go. He took 2 pictures, and this doesn't have a card in it. It has built-in memory.
Yeah, very tiny amount of memory though.
Yeah.
But 6.2 megapixel inches. It's probably
for putting it on the internet. It's fine.
Well, no. I'm saying it's probably only like maybe a meg of a shot or something like that. It's probably really close at that.
Well, actually, there's a lot of levels you can use on this. You can shoot it.
And I was probably because it was your picture, I made sure I was on the lowest level.
Yeah, I know. Digital image. Whoops, power off.
Anyways, guys, I am encouraging a little bit of browsing. Just look around. Don't come in and say, "Hey, I want some film," and leave. Actually, take a few minutes, look around, look at the bags, look at the shelves, maybe,
See, you got me doing all that. See,
oh, you stop it playing with that camera.
I'm recording.
But
black and white.
Yeah, you don't have any more memory. No memory. Is it in German?
It's in German. So you have to go through and do this thing.
9 memory card. It has 9.
And I'm trying to. There we go. But yes, they're phenomenal cameras. So I'm finding them. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'll put a price on them.
So let's talk about the future, though. Obviously, April 30th, guys, is not that far away.
Nope.
What are you doing, Todd? I'm not doing anything. I am not doing anything.
Over you. No. I'm still having fun going through everything. That's the first and foremost.
He's having too much fun going through something.
It kind of is. So. And I have sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've donated a lot of stuff to charities.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to call them charities, but UTD for their media analog or media archaeological center.
Okay.
And they came in and got a bunch of stuff, and they bought some stuff, but received a bunch of stuff in donation, and they're going through and cataloging it all, and then I'll be able to.
So you're saying this place is a museum?
Well, the active museum, because they actually use.
No,
the
I'm
parts.
saying you're saying this place is a museum.
There are parts in here that are.
All right, I see.
I actually was able to find them, like they wanted the first generation Sony Handycam because that revolutionized documentary journalism.
Okay.
I had a second generation, which is still good because it was used for the same thing, but it's as close as they got to the first one.
Right.
And so they got that one. But also Piney Woods picked up a bunch of stuff from here. He's a darkroom in Tyler, Texas. And now he's got some great things that whenever you go and visit him and you use the facility as a community darkroom, he's got things there that you can buy.
Okay.
And buy them from him to help him support the community center.
Yeah.
And I have just taken droves and droves of stuff have gone out of here, but whenever I stop and look, it's barely made a scratch.
I mean, it's like sand. You start shoveling and it's still filling itself
It's
back
still
in
filling
because
itself
the
up.
more you get rid of the more you find there's still a lot of sand here.
Yeah.
So guys, I can't.
But the other thing too is that there are
stuff to look at here, tons of stuff.
There are, and it's back end of it's cut off, so don't go wanting to go there. But there's a lot of empty boxes here too.
There are
a lot, but you take those out, it's still
it's still more than he
still
can or
far
wants
more.
to move.
Yeah, and I do want to sell a lot of it. So over the next few months, I will be taking groups of things and doing sales on them. And
he's gonna have pop-up sales, guys.
Pop-up sales.
Pop-up sales.
And it's not going to be it's not going to be Leicas. I'm not going to have pop-up.
No, I mean it's going to be stuff he's got a lot of. It's going to be on a sale price, and it's going to be first come first serve.
Yeah, I will have a limited number of these tripods on sale that I've been selling for $20, and I've sold a lot of them, but I do need to sort of sell more, clear out more space. I have another gray camera bag which I've been selling for $20, and every now and then whenever we had our sidewalk sale, I'd sell them for $10.
Yeah, you never know, he might slip up, guys.
Yeah, and
sell something really cheap.
And no, I won't do that. I have done that.
Yeah.
I have done that, and it's just every time I do that, it's like, oh, God, it's money lost.
I know, but you've got a lot of stuff here,
Yeah.
and you would much rather see it go to a good home, somebody who's going to use it, versus going to the garbage bin, right?
Yeah.
Because there are, in actuality, the numbers don't match. Not all of this stuff is going with you.
Nope.
And that doesn't mean it's going to be for pickings for everybody else, because Todd is going to take care of it properly, and it's just not going to be available. So unless you come into the store and get it, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, right. And I mean, it's going to be interesting, and I hope to one weekend or day or something have an event up out in the parking lot, maybe March.
I think they call those sidewalk sales.
Well, but what I would like to do is have a bunch of stuff out there, and then have a game and like some kind of a game and have
like
prizes.
A cakewalk?
No, like. What is that? Where you go out and you take pictures of stuff and come back and show. Anyway. Don't look at me like that.
I was wondering how long we were going to have this silence for. I don't know this game.
Oh, come on. Yes, you do. You get a list of things that you have to go find. Treasure hunt.
Scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt. Thank you.
Boy, he was so totally off on that one, guys.
Yeah, I was totally off. But it would be fun to have a scavenger hunt and then have a bunch of stuff out there where the people who complete it get prizes. for free.
I don't know. I think people would rather show up and get a good deal.
Yeah, well,
instead of play games. You must play a game for your good deals.
you must dance for me, dance. But yes,
I will give you
I would love
50% off, but you must perform for me first.
That's exactly right. But I don't know. I would like to have some fun with some of this stuff. But yes, and the other thing, like I said, not only did I run across slide projectors that I have up here now that work, which if I'd had them 3 months ago, I would have sold a bunch.
Yeah.
I would probably sold all of them, and that bugs me. But I also ran across.
Is slide projector season past already?
Yes, actually, it's Christmas because that's when everybody comes home from the holidays.
Oh, okay. So you should be preparing now for next Christmas. Get your slide projector while there are slide projectors.
I ran across a lot of movie projectors, 8, Super 8, and 16. Maybe some 16. I had a bunch of them back there under a pile of stuff. And now, whenever I started clearing the stuff off, then I found the pile of stuff that I had. And there are some that were just obviously broken, and I got rid of those already. But there are some that, I've sold a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, you're really looking for good homes for these. And unfortunately, it's like the right person at the right time. So when, now is the time. There is not going to be a tomorrow.
What I have been selling too, finding, checking out, and selling, a lot of people have been asking me about those little video cameras that use the cassette plate. Camcorders that use cassettes. And I actually sold 3 of them.
Somebody was asking for one today, yeah.
And I've got a Canon.
Yeah.
Something 820.
Looked nice, though.
Yeah, I showed them how it worked. Had a little remote control. The battery was dead in it.
Well,
and
I mean, all batteries in these things they wear over time. There's no way around it. So.
And I things that people have been asking me for, I have been finding them now, and I've been bringing them out, and I have been selling them. Just need to do it at a faster pace.
Yes, a 3-month faster pace.
Yes. So just have fun. And it's like, this is going to be one of those things to where if you wait till the end to try to get the best bargain.
I don't think it's going to happen because
all the best bargains will be gone before.
I mean, ultimately, so as we discussed, so he's looking at new places. He's not saying where, but look like most of the places are going to be 1/3 this size.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so 2/3 of this needs to go somewhere. So you're going to take the cream of the crop. The top 1/3 is going to become the new store. People, when you come in, you're going to be like, wow, look at all this. And because it's going to be the top stuff there. I mean, it's going to be very prominent and very shiny, new, and special. So
yes,
for at least a little while, a tiny little while,
for a short, glorious moment.
Yeah,
it'd be like Brigadoon. You just got to find it when it shows up, because then it'll be gone for another 7 years.
Yeah. That you're gonna go see the new 70. Shop when it happens. You're gonna like, where was all this stuff? And it's gonna get all bought out. And he's not gonna have anything. And then he's gonna like, I wish I didn't got rid of all that stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, then
I can hear the whining now. Oh, did I say whining out loud?
Yes. Well, I mean, on camera, you've been saying it before.
Oh, I have. Yes, true.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting 3 months, and it's whatever happens is going to happen, and I'm not going to let it.
Well, I think it's going to be an interesting 6 months, because obviously the 3 months to sell, prepare to move, and then it's going to be the first 3 months of the new place. I think is going to be a totally new experience.
What I am hoping is that by the end of that 3 months period, Pentax comes out with their new camera. Oh my God,
that would be awesome. Pentax, call us.
I'm on the list, and
put us on the list.
Well, I'm on the list.
I know how cameras work.
I'm on the list. But for previews and that, put us on that list.
Yeah.
And we'll even buy them.
I'll buy the preview camera, and I'll go shoot I'll shoot
the snot out of it.
The snot out of it. There we go.
You shoot the frames out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
Shoot the film out of it, right out of it. Yeah, there's a lot of fun and exciting. It's like I'm amazed at how many people still are not aware of the new Pentax camera coming out. Yeah. I've talked to 3 people that just this year already, and we're only 10 days into the new year. I said, you're looking for a compact camera. If you don't find anything soon, just wait a little bit then and look and see what Pentax comes out with.
Right.
And they're excited about it. So it's going to be really interesting.
Well, guys, please do come in and check the store out while you
Yeah.
can. I mean, this is like, he's like trying to make it an event every time. So
Yeah, you said you had questions? Or
well, no, not necessarily questions.
okay.
So one of the things
comments?
we have comments. Sometimes we get good comments.
Comments.
Sometimes we get not so good comments.
The worse the better.
And it's the not so good comments that
That
I
are the
like
funniest.
the best.
They're funny. I love them.
And when I get one, it's I love it. All right, so this one's from Andre.
Andre?
Just going at that one. Andre says, it's always annoying to see people say chemistry when they mean chemicals. Chemistry is science, smiley face. Chemicals are the substances. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's one of those I put under the category of potatoes. Tomatoes.
Okay, what people don't realize or understand is that we have no idea what we're going to say next.
We don't. And we're trying not to use the same word twice.
And
so
also, whenever we're talking, we don't think the words out.
Do not think.
Nope. It just, this is free. It's like rappers. We're
free-forming.
Free-forming.
Well, you know, we did have that one great video, and I'll try and figure out which one it is and post it. But we talked about the 3 stages of film to exposure to negative or positive, right?
Negative or positive, yeah.
And so we tried to define those terms.
Excellent.
And still, even today, I'll be talking to customers. I'm going to use them all incorrectly. Oh, did you say your negatives, or did you save your film, or did you do that? Or I use them all incorrectly all the time.
So if we actually stopped and prepared and thought about what we were saying, then
if I thought about it,
we would actually probably cut down about half of our mistakes. That's the best we can say.
But you know, listen, we do love comments though. So please do keep sending us comments. We get lots of them.
But see, yeah. Sure.
And this one's from Renee, I believe. Thanks, guys, for another great show, and Happy New Year. So once again, this happens just after the beginning of the year, guys. Happy New Year, and thanks for sticking with us.
That's right.
We
this
really
is our
appreciate
first
it.
video of the new year.
This is the first video of 2024.
That's right.
The first of...
Boy, we've set the standard low for the rest of the year, didn't we?
Well, you can only go up from there.
From here, we go up. All right. I don't know. You remember Zig Ziglar? I'll see you at the top.
Oh, yeah. Remember that guy.
Yeah.
This one's from John. This was obviously about the last video, which was the Kodak price increase. John said, I switched to Ilford years ago and love it. Kodak can go pound sand and rocks. What?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, John.
There was a response to that one too, but we won't get into that.
No, not going to go that one.
Yeah.
This one's from Steven. I missed the ukulele intro and outro.
Yes, we had.
Listen,
I'll let him.
We missed the ukulele too. It's one of the things I liked about it. A little intro music, a little outro music.
I think it played a little too long, but yeah.
I thought it was just right. However, that ukulele music has a copyright to it, and we can't be monetized and have that music because they want way more for that copyright of that music than we're ever going to get paid from YouTube.
Well, yeah. And the thing of it is that whenever we first started using it, they had you can use it for free.
You can use it for free if you're not getting any money for this, and it's like, we weren't.
Yeah.
So it's free, it's out there, all that kind of good stuff. But now that you may or may not be seeing an ad, we can't use the ukulele music anymore.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Because I knew there was a reason, I just didn't know what.
Yeah, well,
but now I know.
Because the amount of money to buy the copyright for that music or the right to use it is way more than we're getting paid for this, and it just doesn't make sense, guys.
Yeah, so it had to go.
It had to go. I'm sorry, cuts had to be made.
But the reason why it's important that we did do the cuts isn't because we couldn't afford it, but also because when they ding your account for things like that, it drops you in the analog or in the rhythm of things, and you get knocked down the viewing post. And so we had a few videos that I think got way underperformed.
Right.
Because of that.
So this one's from Hector, who's a customer who comes in here.
I know Hector.
Hector, I haven't seen you in a while. Of course, I haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
Hector was talking, this was from our Harman Photo Phoenix 200 film review video.
Yeah.
And of course, I said there was that graffiti that said Battaglia. He goes, Battaglia is battle in Spanish. Bueno, muy bueno.
Sí,
I guess I could have looked that up, but I'm sorry. But thank you, Hector. Appreciate that very much.
With a name like Hector, you think he'd know, right?
Well, he should, you know. I think those are the gems that I've got for us this time, guys.
Yeah,
we do enjoy the comments, so please do
absolutely
go add us a comment and let us know what you think.
Good, bad, and different.
Yeah, especially the bad ones. I love the bad ones. They're always fun to read.
I still have not looked at my Google reviews or my Yelp reviews.
Your Yelp reviews. One of my favorite videos is the Yelp review video.
Yes. It was very funny.
It's one of our earlier videos, but we had a great time talking about it.
And I'm wondering, is it time to go back and look and see if there's been any?
See if there's any more.
Yeah.
There might be.
Because I keep getting these emails from somewhere. It says, you have 13 bad reviews. Would you like them removed? And I go, no.
No, I want to read them.
I want to read them. That's how I found out I had Yelp in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
You got a bad review. Wow, really? And I went and found it, and I go, wow, this is cool.
People are talking about me.
Good, bad, and different.
Well, every now and then we'll get a downvote or a thumbs down on our video. It's like, hey, that's how we know we're alive.
Yes, but also tell us why.
No, you never tell us why.
That's
the beauty of it.
Are you just mad at me for something? Tell me. I don't care. I like to know.
Well, guys, we're going to wrap this video up here. Hope you, once again, had a great time. Hope you're going to have a great 2024. Please do come by the store and see what he's got laying around, because you never know. He might actually just sell it to you.
We've plowed the fields and diamonds are popping up, and I'm just kind of putting them out, selling them.
You won't find something unless you come and see. Is that a Blvd body?
500 cm with a modern
top?
Yeah.
Is that a Blvd?
That's a 16. That's a 16.
Look, it's
not a 12.
like you can just reach out and touch these things.
Yeah, and it's up here for sale now. So I do have things. I did have somebody ask for something, and I could not find it.
Sometimes that happens.
It's a lens, and it's just gotten buried. I need to clear a lot of stuff out so I can find other stuff.
Go get this lens.
I have no idea. The things that he showed,
he doesn't know the prices. But now he's going to go look them up, because you've got 2 days to look up these things before this video hits.
You don't know how much stuff I got to do. I have so much.
Since Todd has got a lot to do, we're going to end it here, guys. So please, as usual, do share, like, subscribe.
Is it under 2 hours?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
Share, like, subscribe, tell a friend.
Tell everybody.
Tell 2 friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell Mama Holga to watch our video.
The mountaintop, man. Shout it from the roof.
Right. And we'll catch you next time, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey.
Ciao.
All right, we're out of here.
Hasta la vista.
Yeah, where do you think Dad wants to go eat tonight?
Oh.
Is he hungry?
Wherever it's free.
Oh, free. Is the place called free?
I wish there was. Since Dad doesn't have any money.